to all the dispossessed youth of Africa, for perpetuation of communion with ancestral spirits through the fight for African freedom, and in the firm faith that the dead, the living, and the unborn will unite to build the destroyed shrines. Selah. Hello and welcome, beloveds, to another episode of Wake Up Africa. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray that you are well in all your ways, and that you're moving into living life truly on your own terms. Thanks to every single person that has subscribed to the channel. Go ahead and subscribe, beloveds. Help us to reach 100K. Yeah. That will just show that more of our, brothers and sisters are even coming online, which would be amazing. Like, share, comment, etc., etc. Special shout out to our Patreon family. We are releasing, a lot of content, beloveds, about the V-Shot that we just literally couldn't release here or anywhere. So I definitely consider joining for as little as $2 a month. I've been getting a lot of requests, and one of the requests I've been getting is to do a top 10 YouTube videos, YouTubers or conscious YouTubers. And I was thinking about it, beloveds, but I'm like, what if I do that list and then, it's like I'm handing the Babylon system an early Christmas gift or what, they practice Christmas, but I don't know. I was just like, I might be exposing some really powerful end time voices unnecessarily. Let me know if, in the comments below. I was thinking maybe I could email it to those people that were interested or something, because there's some really, really, powerful voices that are totally alternative. Because, beloveds, right now we're trying to change our mind. So you need to be listening to people who are gonna blow your mind. You know what I mean? Like, blow it wide open, make you uncomfortable, make you think outside of the box the Babylon put us in. I mean, Babylon has told us everything they've done to us because they must. We are the custodians of this planet. And that's why they brought us online. And then they started creating sci-fi movies, action, all these, conspiracy movies, etc., etc. A lot of the truth is in those movies because they have to tell us what they're doing. So they've been very clever in how they've been able to manipulate the universal laws that many of our people don't even know and would deny to work in their favor. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. There was a great fire that happened in a massive historic South African library at the University of Cape Town. I don't know, by the time you're seeing this, maybe it was a week or so ago. And it housed a lot of the documents of our ancient communities, our ancient kingdoms. It had, information about their language, etc., etc. But also, it had a lot of documents and notes and everything about the apartheid regime. So all of a sudden, poof, that's gone, and like what? And the reason I'm even sharing this is because this shows you how they're preparing for a global reset, beloveds. They've been doing this for thousands of years, where they have been whitewashing history, disinheriting the true rulers, the true powers of this planet, and taking on their characteristics, taking on the nature, of their master teachers, taking on their religion, and then making it seem, regurgitating it as a slave religion to the people. They've taken on so many aspects of ourselves, because if you look at it, beloveds, and I'm not even, bragging, but the majority, I'm talking 80 to 90% of the things that have been invented were invented by a black man, and then hijacked and usurped by Mzungus when they created intellectual property. So if you create something, you now have to get you have to protect it intellectually. It's a very expensive process, and someone can just, hijack it, because you have to protect it in every single nation in the world. So you see how they just keep us in this, we can't we can't win in this system, beloveds. We can't lose in our own system, which is why they've totally overlaid our reality with theirs. And it's been slowly going on. And so, what we're witnessing now, beloveds, if you remember, there was also a massive fire in 2018 in Brazil, in one of the most famous libraries in Brazil. And we lost a lot of knowledge about the Amazonians and a lot of our people that were in Latin America, because they're now trying to even, make Latin America Mzungu, And so a lot of our information was lost. And this is part of what they're calling the global reset that the World Economic Forum and everyone has been talking about. But it's deeper than that. I told you, beloveds, they have to always tell us what they're doing. So in Cape Town, they were actually saying that the forest fire, it started at the Table Mountain at the Rhodes Memorial. How ironic is that? And the Rhodes Memorial even, I think a restaurant burned down, etc., etc. Was that a sign from our ancestors? But aside from that, they say that, it was apocalyptic scenes on the 18th April fire, which totally tore apart the 200-year-old university's campus library on the slopes of the Table Mountain. It totally torched the building and destroyed a plant research unit, etc., etc. And they say, one of the guys is Sarah Emily Duff, a historian, said, this archive is special for all sorts of reasons. And for me, it's because it includes collections which provide a record of ordinary lives of ordinary people in the area, and also a lot of historic information. So all these people, librarians across the world, have been, chiming in, and they're like, how would they have not fireproofed or placed these things in a safe room? And then, there were also reports that some of the documents were saved, but the mainstream media narrative is that everything was destroyed and everything was lost. So did they destroy it? Did they relocate it? Etc., etc. It's all about the global reset. Because now if they kill the narrative about apartheid, and they now cap everyone's consciousness with the V shot, so you can't even think higher or connect to anything higher spiritually, then in 100 years they could easily say Africa was Europe. That's where they're pushing for. But I've told you, beloveds, the Babylon system is falling. Like, there will be no reset, the spirit of Zion, the spirit of Eden, the spirit of our people is active now, and things are going to change. I've been talking about the spiritual war that has been raging. Maybe it has been raiding the Muzungu people's camps, but raging, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. And we are victorious because we are the architects of this realm. And I'm telling you, even if the spirit has to destroy everything in order to rebuild it, that's what's going to happen, because the world is spiritual first before it's physical. But it's not going to come to that, beloveds. But what they're trying to do is now they're in the final phase of the takeover of this planet, literally. And that final phase includes, now resetting everything. Because it's like that's what's been happening. And if you notice where the fires have taken place, it's like they're erasing everything. And, even now, even the thing about, when someone wrote this to me last year about how removing all these racist monuments could actually be a psyop, because it's like they're trying to reach that 0 point again where they can rewrite history. So they don't want their the slave masters and the, colonialists to have all these monuments in different parts of the world. So that now, because they're trying to wipe the slate clean for the Mzungu and wipe out all that, slavery and colonialism, because now they have the majority of our people. They're going to get the majority of our people with the V-shot, beloveds, because now that's going to limit the accessibility that our people have to their own higher powers and to other realms. So all these burning of libraries, etc., etc. Although I was just like, how many of our people even had access to that information in the libraries? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Until next time, tuko pamoja.